Here we go, live.
Gonna make him pay. Look at the way he cut the angle on that.
Mike wants some more. What it
The
is.
God of Wars of summoning him, getting Mike frustrated, and Mike able to still break loose with his head movement, miss shots, and make him pay. Classic.
Because I entertained the crowd. The crowd was happy with it.
Jake Paul finally met his match when he found himself face-to-face with Iron Mike Tyson in the ring. What did we all expect? The YouTuber gets in the ring with the baddest man on the planet in Iron Mike Tyson. This was the humbling of a lifetime, as Jake Paul was so petrified that he wouldn't even dare look Mike Tyson in the eyes in the ring. Mike Tyson launched forward with his peekaboo style, bobbing and weaving all of Jake Paul's sloppy punches as Mike got up close and unleashed a barrage of attacks.
Mike on top and bangs him in the left hook right away and falls towards Mike Tyson. Good instructions given by the ref in the early going. Mike gets it with the right hand. He was really there with a front right hand.
As the YouTuber swung, Mike Tyson caught Jake Paul with a flush right hand, putting him onto the canvas. Once he felt the blows from Tyson, he knew he was doomed and quit by accepting his fate and getting knocked the f*** out by the right hand of Tyson.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a great night of sports and entertainment, courtesy of GES Boxing.
Okay, I'll come in the room after.
This nigga right here. Drive the gloves.
I called him
That's
that
what we
yesterday.
made for Roy, too.
I called him
We were
several
looking for
times
you.
yesterday,
We were looking
man.
for you. We working your glove.
Yeah.
You
The whole training camp.
took it. I knew I hit you with a good shot. You took it. You took it.
I'm a game moving
Respect, hey, I respect that.
Jake Paul, a social media sensation turned professional boxer, has become a polarizing figure in the boxing world. His rise has been marked by a strategic selection of opponents, mostly older, retired fighters who were past their primes. This tactic allowed Paul to build a respectable record and maintain an aura of invincibility, but it also earned him criticism from boxing purists who viewed his career as more spectacle than sport. When Jake Paul announced he would be facing Mike Tyson, the boxing world was abuzz with speculation. Tyson, the former heavyweight champion who dominated the division in the late 80s and early 90s, was a legend in the sport. However, at 58 years old, Tyson was far removed from his prime, having retired from professional boxing many years ago. Still, the prospect of Tyson stepping back into the ring, even at his age, was enough to capture the imagination of fans worldwide. Paul, known for his brash confidence and carefully curated career, seemed to see Tyson as just another aging fighter he could add to his list of conquests. The fight was professionally sanctioned with modified rules, 2-minute rounds and 14-ounce gloves, aimed at providing extra protection, especially for the older Tyson. Despite these adjustments, there was a palpable tension in the air as fight night approached. Paul and his team believed that Tyson's advanced age and long hiatus from the sport would make him vulnerable, an easy target for Paul to exploit. They were confident that Paul's youth and recent experience in the ring would give him the upper hand against the aging legend. However, what Paul and his camp failed to account for was the depth of Tyson's experience and the raw power that had made him one of the most feared fighters in boxing history. Tyson, though older and slower, was still a formidable presence. His training leading up to the fight had been intense, a testament to his enduring dedication to the sport. Tyson entered the ring not just as a former champion, but as a man who still possessed the instincts and power that had made him a legend. As the fight began, the difference in experience became immediately apparent. Paul, full of youthful energy, came out aggressively, attempting to establish his reach and control the pace of the fight. But Tyson, with decades of experience, quickly neutralized Paul's strategy. Moving with surprising speed and agility, Tyson closed the distance between them, effectively cutting off the ring and forcing Paul onto the back foot. Tyson's footwork and ring control were masterful, leaving Paul with little room to maneuver. Tyson's strategy was clear from the outset. He focused on breaking down Paul's defense with powerful body shots. His punches thudded into Paul's midsection, each one carrying the weight of his experience and power. These weren't the tentative jabs of an aging fighter, but the calculated blows of a seasoned veteran. Tyson's ability to target Paul's ribs and liver with such precision left the younger man visibly shaken. Paul, who had likely expected Tyson to be slower and more hesitant, found himself struggling to cope with the ferocity of Tyson's attack. The fight quickly turned into a showcase of Tyson's enduring skills. His ability to slip past Paul's punches and land his own was a testament to his ring IQ and experience. Every time Paul tried to create distance, Tyson would step in with a punishing hook or uppercut, reminding Paul that there was no escape. The younger man's attempts to mount an offense were met with stiff resistance as Tyson's defense proved nearly impenetrable. The difference in skill level was becoming increasingly clear, and Paul's frustration began to show as the round progressed. The turning point came midway through the first round when Tyson, after softening Paul up with body shots, unleashed a perfectly timed right hook that caught Paul square on the chin. The impact was immediate and devastating. Paul's head snapped back, his legs buckled, and he staggered backward, clearly dazed by the force of the punch. The crowd, sensing that the end was near, erupted in anticipation. Tyson, ever the predator, moved in for the kill with the precision of a seasoned finisher. With Paul reeling, Tyson delivered a brutal combination that would seal the fight's outcome. A left hook to the body followed by a right uppercut to the chin sent Paul crashing to the canvas. The knockout punch was a reminder of the power that had made Tyson a legend. Paul lay motionless on the mat as the referee rushed in to stop the fight, waving it off before Tyson could land any more blows. The entire fight had lasted just under 2 minutes, a testament to Tyson's enduring power and Paul's misjudgment of the challenge he had taken on. In the aftermath, the contrasting reactions of the two fighters were telling. Tyson returned to his corner with the calm demeanor of a man who had simply done his job. There was no celebration, no grandstanding, just the quiet confidence of a warrior who had proven, once again, that he was still a force to be reckoned with. Paul, on the other hand, was left to grapple with the harsh reality of what had just happened. His carefully constructed image as an invincible disruptor had been shattered in less than 2 minutes by a fighter who, despite his age, still possessed the ability to end a fight with a single punch. The fight served as a humbling experience for Paul. Up until this point, he had been able to control the narrative around his boxing career, positioning himself as a disruptor who could bring new energy to the sport. But the loss to Tyson exposed the limits of Paul's abilities and the dangers of underestimating the sport of boxing. It was a stark reminder that boxing is not just a game or a platform for social media stunts. It is a sport that demands respect, dedication, and a deep understanding of the craft. For Tyson, the victory was a reaffirmation of his legendary status. Despite the passage of time, he showed that true greatness is not something that can be manufactured or faked. It is earned through years of hard work, sacrifice, and dedication. Tyson's performance was a testament to the enduring power of experience and skill. A reminder that, even in an era dominated by social media and spectacle, the fundamentals of boxing still matter. The fight also had broader implications for the sport as a whole. Tyson's knockout of Paul was a clear message that, while boxing may evolve and change, the core values of the sport, discipline, skill, and respect, must remain intact. It was a reminder that the ring is not a place for shortcuts or gimmicks. It is a place where only the strongest, most skilled, and most dedicated can thrive. The outcome of the fight was a victory not just for Tyson, but for boxing itself, a reaffirmation of the sport's enduring legacy and its ability to humble those who take it lightly. As the boxing world moves forward, the fight between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson will likely be remembered as a significant moment, a clash that brought together two very different worlds, and in doing so, highlighted the enduring truths of the sport. Tyson's knockout of Paul was more than just a victory. It was a statement about the nature of boxing itself. In a sport where fame can sometimes overshadow skill, Tyson's performance was a powerful reminder that in the end, it is the fighters who dedicate themselves to the craft who will stand the test of time. For Paul, the road ahead is uncertain. The loss to Tyson could serve as a turning point, pushing him to either dedicate himself fully to the sport or reconsider his path. The days of cherry-picking fights to build his record are likely over. If Paul is serious about boxing, he will need to face real challenges and prove his worth in the ring. The lessons of this fight will resonate long after the final bell has rung, serving as a reminder of what it takes to succeed in one of the most demanding sports in the world. In the end, the fight between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson was a clash of eras, a meeting between the old guard and the new, and a moment that crystallized the tensions within the sport of boxing. Tyson's victory was a celebration of the sport's rich history, while Paul's defeat was a necessary correction in the trajectory of his career. The fight may have been brief, but its impact will be felt for years to come, shaping the narratives of both fighters and the sport they inhabit.